Hi everyone, it is good to see you. Welcome to KREM News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin today while we are learning more about what caused a massive fire that destroyed Wolf Lodge restaurant. This morning, more than 12 hours after firefighters first put out the flames at the restaurant, a small fire, a different one, was spotted on the hillside behind that restaurant. In fact, it was our KREM 2 photographer who called 911 when he spotted the flames just before 6 a.m. Firefighters arrived on the scene just about 10 minutes later and put it out. Yesterday afternoon, the historic North Idaho building turned into rubble and ash in just about an hour. Fire officials say the fire was accidental, but they do not have an official cause just yet. No customers were in the building during the fire because it was closed for Labor Day. However, a worker told KREM 2 that every Labor Day the owners throw a barbecue for staff and families. KREM 2 spoke with Travis Anderson, who has worked at Wolf Lodge Steakhouse for more than 20 years. He said the loss of the historic location is going to be felt by the community for a very long time.
When I first got there, before they kind of put the block off, there was a lot of crying and tears and just, disbelief that it was actually happening. And then, yeah, it was hard to watch. Something I kind of wish I didn't really get to witness, to be honest with you.
And as fire crews continue to work and investigate, they are asking that people try to stay out of that area if you can. People have been nearly hit on I-90 trying to take pictures of the damage. All right, it is just 2 minutes past noon right now, and technically it may be fall, but it sure feels a whole lot like summer. So we're going to check in with Brandon T. Jones. He is standing by right now, filling in for Thomas today. Brandon, the long summer heat seems like it's sticking around at least for a while.
Yeah, at least for the next couple of days. I know you mentioned the summer, and so as of tomorrow, we're going to start bumping up those temperatures, getting to about a high of 98 tomorrow, and then eventually making our way back into the 90s. So it was hot last weekend. It's going to be hot again this weekend as well. We'll actually have a weather impact alert slated for this Saturday, reaching temperatures of 95 degrees. So it's warm. It's looking like it's going to stick around. But as for right now, our current temperature is 73 in Spokane, 75 in Coeur d'Alene. So going to have a high today in the low to mid 80s, depending on where you're located. As for our day planner, we started off a little bit cloudy and even had some moments of lightning reported. I was outside earlier this morning. I looked west and towards Airway Heights and Medical Lake area. We saw some strikes of lightning and there was a chance of showers, but I didn't really see much rain come down with that. By this afternoon, by the time those kids are getting out of their first day in classrooms, it's going to be about 84 degrees on their way home, and then it'll be clear and in the 70s by tonight. So I've got all of that covered and what you can expect for the rest of your week in our full forecast coming up.
Thank you. You were just talking about the kids coming out of the classroom. Well, many students went back into the classroom today for the start of the 2024-25 year. Christian Garza was at multiple schools this morning making the rounds where he spoke to educators and students about the school year ahead.
There's definitely excitement in the air, especially as kids made their way to school this morning. Now, I definitely was one of those kids that was super excited for the first day of school to show off my new outfits and my new backpacks to all my friends that I hadn't seen all summer long. We got a chance to talk to parents, students, and faculty today about what they're most excited about for this upcoming school year.
Right now, we're just excited to see kids. Finally, our staff was here last week checking in and having conferences with parents and students. This is our first day with kids, and so for me personally, just having kids here, seeing families, seeing their smiles, all excited about the first day.
I am glad that they love to be here, so I'm good with that.
Right, as a parent, how does that make you feel?
I'm really glad because they love to come here and I don't want to have them crying and screaming, kicking that they don't want to come to school, so.
We do a lot of work over the summer getting our teachers prepared to welcome them back, to create an environment where the kids are connected and they're excited to learn to achieve whatever they want. And so it's just always this anticipation of hope that we have here, and our kids just smile when they come in. Some are even they don't want to smile in front of us. They feel like they connect and belong with us.
So Keilani, it's your first day of school. How you doing? How do you feel?
Good.
Yeah. Are you super excited?
Yeah.
What are you most excited for first grade?
I don't know.
Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.
Kids are spending 5, 6, 7, 8 hours on personal devices. It's part of our reality. It's not going anywhere.
So there is a new policy in place in Spokane Public Schools. Starting today, SPS schools are not allowing cell phones in the classroom. This new policy was just approved by the district, and it requires all elementary and middle schools to be cell phone free during school hours. High schools, well, they will follow similar standards, but phone usage will be allowed during passing periods and lunch hour, as well as before and after school. District officials say they're just hoping this move away from so much cell phone use will get students involved in their surroundings and more extracurricular activities. So we'll let you know how the kids fared with that. In the meantime, 12:06, are you ready for the NFL season to begin? If so, here's a way for you to be part of the excitement. You may or may not have heard of Pro Football Pick'em. Yes or no, you can find more information right now on KREM.com. Everyone from diehard football fans to maybe newcomers are welcome to join in. And if you do want to participate this season, jump on it because the deadline to get involved is coming up this Thursday, September 5th. So here's to a great football season ahead.